Many of my students don't realize that they're watching technical communicators communicate every day through their phones. For me as a millennial, that's through Reels. Others, it's through TikTok. And there's one TikToker in particular. Her name is Mercury Stardust, also known as the Trans Handy Ma'am. All of Mercury Stardust's videos are framed around this idea of teaching renters how to make updates, changes, and repairs to their own home without getting charged a security deposit at the end. One example is her video on DIY removing a nail. This is a particularly interesting example of technical communication because she's actually responding to a different TikTok video that she shares within her own video. It shows a woman attempting to remove a nail from a wall, and she can't do it. She's putting her foot up against the wall. She can't get it out. Of course, as you might suspect, a lot of the comments on that original video were negative and mean. So what Mercury Stardust does is she instead gives the viewers tips on how to remove the nail.
Then get a piece of cardboard, place it right underneath the nail, and then hook your hammer and use that curve as leverage.
What's interesting is she also reminds viewers to be nice in their comments when we're all learning.
Now, to all those people in the comment section who are just having a field day with this person, I gotta let you know it's a whole lot easier to answer the question than it is to be a jackass.
It's a great example of what Derek Sparby calls compassionate DIY. If you want to learn more about this, Derek Sparby did a great presentation at the Association of Teachers of Technical Writing on Mercury Stardust and compassionate DIY. Something that's extra interesting about Mercury Stardust for me and her compassionate DIY is the rhetoric she uses throughout her videos. She's all about supporting people. A great example of this is Mercury Stardust DIY video on drywall repair. So she, in this one, is responding to a comment left on an earlier video asking what she's using. And she says, "It's understandable you might not know what that is.
You were not the only one who thought this was a paper plate. It's actually something called a Presto patch. Drywall repair can be really intimidating, but this makes it just a little bit easier."
And this is a lot of the way she talks. Of course you don't know that. How would you know that? Or here, let me show you. Technical communication doesn't have to be the stereotype or assumption that people think it is, as dry or boring or completely neutral. Part of what Mercury Stardust does as well is transgender activism through her DIY videos. So in some of them, there is also an activist bent to her instructions. So I want to leave you with the words of Mercury Stardust and her own catchphrase, "You're worth the time it takes to learn a new skill." Thanks.